here with Absorb from Canada. Uh,
Heyo.
Heyo.
Hey,
Hi.
Uh, guys, thanks for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it.
thanks for having us.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
you.
buddy.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Hell yeah. So there are 5 of you, and 4 of you are here currently.
The fifth one is that guy right there. I don't know if anybody will be able to see that.
Yeah, he's here in spirit.
He's
And
a sweet boy.
Yeah. Next time you get like a cardboard cutout and have him like standing next to someone.
Yeah. We should sell one, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. I actually, I've got a thing with my niece where I send her Mike Tyson memes all the time. She's getting married next year, so I bought a life-size Mike Tyson cardboard cutout to take to the wedding.
Hell yeah, nice.
We'll see how she likes it. I had one made. I was like photoshopped in with Tyson, and it said "Home Sweet Home."
Sweet.
Yeah, she bought her house. Oh, there you go. Connected.
Oh, here he comes.
Yes. So, the upcoming release is on July 21st.
26.
26.
July
26.
26.
There we go. I know it was in the 20s somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing a release show on the 20th where people can physically pick up Smog for the first time, and then so if you're there in person, you get a little lead time on like the overall release online and everything.
Hell yeah. What was the like? Is there a common theme lyrically through this EP?
No, not specifically, although there are like moments where like I'll kind of like reference something I've already said before on like a especially on the last song Cecilia, like I kind of do like a little bit of like an anthology of some of the stuff that I've already said in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's I mean with 3 songs it's a little hard to do concept stuff. Like we could. I mean the songs are 8 minutes, so I really could, but yeah, it's not that's not specifically what I was going for like lyrically or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of artists right now are doing a lot of concept stuff, so they have that common theme. Like,
yeah, and I totally appreciate that kind of stuff. It's probably something I would look to do in the future, especially if we did like somewhere upwards of like 40 minutes. I would try and like do like an overarching kind of theme thing or something. But it
okay.
all depends on kind of like how it all feels and if it feels organic and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a possibility in the future, for sure.
It's a definite maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. How long did this EP take you all to write?
Year, I think. Probably a few months.
Well, I mean, hey, part of Smog is 10 years old, so I don't know.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, so it's somewhere between 10 years and I would say because Dissociated, like I think we had that song, we were playing that song live when I pretty much first started with you guys, right?
I feel like when we released Rot, during that release show, we played Disassociated.
Yeah, but I swear we had been doing it before as well.
I think our first Sherbrooke show was the first time we played Dissociated.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so at least like 2 years, I guess, overall. But it's just because like it's just because of the way like things go, like where you go to like record like the rot album that we were doing, like it takes so long. It's like we're just like also working on new stuff, and then but it's good for us because then like once you actually start dropping something, then you can start like stacking them and kind of having like a more consistent output, which is kind of what we're going for right now, especially like with like social media and stuff. It's better to have more consistent output, I think, than than putting all your eggs in one basket and hoping that it hits, right? So
Yeah, well, I think you know, it's ultimately being a band is a sales job, right? And
yeah,
the best like sales tactic is just stay top of mind. So the more you're out there in front of people and touch people, the more they're going to remember. So when
Yeah.
you get, you know, you build your email list and you're emailing and you're in front of them in social media and, you know, maybe giving them a handy at a show. I don't fucking know.
Pictures of cats helps a lot too.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, a lot of bands are blowing up like memes.
Yeah,
He's
man.
Like
got
there's
his
just a
cat with
meme
him.
page.
Yeah, we've especially like because I've kind of been doing most of the Instagram posting since I joined the band, and like honestly, we'll get like 3 likes on like a show poster, but if I like front load a meme or two and then our show poster, we'll get like 30 likes or something, and then it's like it's just way better engagement.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of that is, you know, not just putting stuff out there, right? Just like you're saying, not just putting stuff out there like, hey, this is coming up. It's like, hey, I need you to interact with me, you know, and you get them kind of used to being to the interaction. And then, you know, hey, by the way, we're also doing this. And it's like, oh, fuck. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, it's funny that you mentioned giving out handies at shows because that's what Jay does.
Soft, delicate hands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
Very
we
soft.
call him HJ.
I'm
Yeah.
coming to the album release show now.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah. Like you said, you gotta sell, right? You gotta sell yourself.
Whatever you got to do, right?
Whatever you're good at.
Whatever you're good at.
Oh,
Got to
fuck.
play to your strengths, man.
Yeah,
He's got quick hands. Giggity,
he sure
giggity.
does.
Uh, how did you all, how did everyone meet?
Me and Dave have been good friends for a long time. And I guess we put up a posting when we first started for Barth,
Yeah.
and he joined. And I think Eric was just he played a show without a vocalist. And I think I was loading gear out. I was just talking to him out front of the venue. He said he was interested. And a couple weeks later, he came by, tried out, and we all liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Jeff and Jay have known each other quite a while. They're brothers. And they were in another band with David, Laser
Laser
Piss.
Piss.
And
Yeah.
that kind of did its thing. And then they had put up a posting on Facebook with a song that's on our first album. Anyway, just with a quick little dirty video on it, and said, "Hey, we're looking for a drummer." And I just reached out, and that was like what, 12 years ago now.
It was a while ago. Yeah.
And the rest is history. And then, you know, we've kind of had our run of the mill with vocalists. And then during that first time during COVID in like, was it December or January, where they opened things up for about 3 weeks?
I think it was January. Yeah.
Yeah, we landed a show. And actually, our old vocalist came back and said, "Hey, I'll fill in for this one show." And that is
That's
where we met Eric, and I mean, the rest has been, you know,
yeah. And
history.
then
So
I was at that show with the girl I was dating at the time, and then she followed you guys on, well, us on Instagram, and then I'm not sure who made the Instagram story, but you were looking for a vocalist, and that's how she sent it to me. And so she's basically the reason why I joined the band, actually. But I'm glad it went that way for sure.
Yeah, it's
Um,
funny how life works out, huh?
yeah, I'm super happy that that happened because like when I just remember, well, and I had known Wally Warwick was their previous vocalist before myself, and I had a stint where I was trying to do like take a stab at doing stand up comedy, and he would run like comedy shows and stuff. So I live in Brantford, Ontario, so he would run them at like a pot cafe in Brantford, and so it was sort of open mic, and then he would just put me on, and so I had known him through that. And then I had known him through past bands as well and stuff. So It's kind of funny. It's like 6 degrees of separation always.
I think it's usually not even that much. It's like
Yeah.
1 or 2,
Yeah.
Like
But I just remember like at that show because it was my first show being out since like the beginning of COVID. So like whatever, March 2020. I think that was maybe the first show that I had seen in like almost like 10 months or something like that. And I just remember like specifically really liking Absorb's sound. Like I love the slow, low approach. They were totally different than the other bands on the bill. Not that
Normally
not that
that's
any
how
of
it goes.
the yeah, but not that any of the bands were any better or worse, but there was something like with the 7-string down-tuned guitars that I just really
connected with.
gravitated towards. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I feel like in the current musical landscape, it's really hard to have a unique sound. And I'll say, Absorb, I think, really does that. They do have you guys have a really unique sound, and it stands out. Like when you hear it, you go, that's fucking Absorb, right? Are you all familiar with Nest?
Nest? I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard them. No.
No.
So Nest is another band that like I was jamming you guys in Nest today, and I think the sounds are not super identical but similar.
Okay.
So
Let me write that down. I contact
get
our
that
lawyer.
today. Yeah.
I'll contact our lawyers.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
So
Yeah,
Nest,
we're super cool dudes, but we are extremely litigious, so
Yeah,
it's
Hell
gonna be a
yeah.
problem.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Nest is John Jarvis from like Pig Destroyer, Agoraphobic Nosebleed, Scour, that
Oh, okay.
shit.
Oh, nice,
It's
nice.
Awesome.
It's one of
That's
his
awesome.
projects. So I like it. I like you guys because the sound it's not like all the other fucking bands that you hear, right?
That's exactly what we're trying to go for. Something like a little bit unique,
Yeah.
I got lucky. I got lucky meeting these guys when I did and when they were writing what they were because I think there was like a natural progression happening in their music anyways. So if it was just like just straight drone, I don't know that I would have been as interested, but because there was like a bit of up and down in tempo, um, some like shifting like riffs and stuff and like cool guitar leads and all this stuff, I kind of was like, okay, I could do something like I could bring something like interesting to this and kind of you know elevate it or something like help it move like through like modes or something like that.
Hell yeah. It's always cool when you feel like, oh, there's something and that I can add to
Yeah.
and then actually make it happen and add to
Yeah.
it,
And I remember them saying when I first was like kind of conversing with them, they're like, we don't just want like the deathcore like low growl kind of vibe constantly. And I was like, that's perfect because like I'll hit like lows and stuff like that, but I like to kind of like make voices. I've always been. I actually like there was like a time in high school where I was like, maybe I could be a voice actor or something, or I would have liked to have tried that or something like that. So this band gives me like a ton of space to kind of play around with that, go back to the drawing board, rewrite it, all that kind of stuff. It's really great.
Hell yeah. I feel like that's sometimes hard to find,
Totally.
whenever's writing.
Yeah.
Variety and dynamic. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times it's just really like, this is what we want. Real fucking cut and paste. You're like,
Totally. Yeah.
I want something where in the middle of the song Quagmire pops in, giggity gig. You're like, what the fuck is that?
But yeah, like especially within like I like doom metal quite a bit. I like a lot of like post metal and stuff, and a lot of the vocal deliveries are very like kind of even, or they don't they kind of just do
The same
one. They
thing.
pick their voice and then they kind of stick to it, and it's typically buried also, which is fine. It's like part of the aesthetic, but I'm really happy with especially like with Rot and now this record, um, where we're kind of letting the vocals sit like just under the guitars, but still be present enough that you can like hear what I'm actually saying and stuff. Because I try to enunciate too. So
Yeah, that shit's hard. But and I think a lot of heavier bands, I don't care how much you try to enunciate, like especially when you get into like death metal and shit, it's like I love it, but it all sounds like
yeah.
Very muffled.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, and it's like, why would I put so much effort into trying to write like interesting lyrics and stuff if you can't even take a pass at hearing what I'm saying at all? So that's kind of part of the approach as well. It's just kind of being heard.
yeah.
I guess.
It'd be pretty funny to be like, in a death metal band and you can't fucking know anything they're saying. And every time you write the lyrics out, they're all completely different. You're sending
Yeah.
like Mr. Rogers vibes in one and you got fucking Disney on the other. Like, I thought this was
Kittens
death
boiling
metal.
in a pot or something.
Yeah.
Another one.
Like,
Who knows?
He does sing about a washing machine in one of our songs.
Yeah,
That
that
is
is
true.
definitely a lyric.
Yeah.
True.
So if you think you heard him say washing machine, he said washing
right.
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Is it like jump in the washing machine gates to hell or something?
It's about eating Tide Pods, so it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a reference. It's a reference to the Tide Pod meme.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but yeah, it's basically about like the world exploding like a Tide Pod in your washing machine. That's what I say. Kind of.
Yeah. Well, the world is definitely fucking exploding, ain't it?
Yeah, it's going slow, but
I don't know. I feel like it's going fast. Here it is.
well,
they just outlawed.
hopefully we're all dead by
Pornhub.
the time it does,
Mm.
so we don't have to
They
experience
outlawed
it.
Pornhub. Where are you?
I live in Kentucky.
What?
What?
Yeah, yeah. I think like 5 or 6 states outlawed Pornhub, and I was like, well, there goes that fucking fun.
There goes my will to live.
Fuck. Man,
Back to
all
the
right.
old
What
days.
about
That's terrible.
VPNs?
Now we can still use a VPN.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
See how I went right to that? I'm like, yeah, but I gotta jack off though.
Gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
That's your shit, honey. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way, bro.
Yeah.
That's the
be
fucking
resourceful,
truth, right? Like all those VPN networks just fucking had an increase in subscriptions.
Yeah, true.
Like,
Stocks are through the roof.
yeah. Wonder if our government, all the people went and fucking bought stock in all the VPN companies. Like, watch this.
Yeah.
We're gonna outlaw Pornhub so we can fucking make some more money, assholes.
That's how it goes.
That's
that
terrible.
I mean, it's the truth. Whatever. So you guys do on the vinyl, you've got 2 different colors, is that right?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
there's an all black one, and then there's another one. We call it Smog, and it's got like a splash of blue or gray. It's
Yeah,
like
it
kind
kind
of
of
close
looks
to the
like a
color.
stone or something like that. Like some kind of
Transparent
like
too.
Countertop or
yeah, like it looks like granite or something like that. But actually, it's funny because we were naming this record Smog anyways, and then when the dude from the record label sent us like color variations, that one is actually called Smog. So we were like, well, this is too perfect and it looks good, so why not?
Hell yeah.
So clever. So clever.
Yeah.
That's cool that worked out. Do you guys like collect vinyl also, or do you just
I've got a bunch at home. I don't listen to them all the time, mostly because I gotta get my setup like reorganized and whatnot. But I've got a bunch of records here, like all types of different stuff. But I'll pick them up, like especially if I'm at a show and I mean I've got like 18,000 black t-shirts, so sometimes I'll just like grab a record instead or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then at the very least you get to have like the art on display. That's actually like what I'm most excited about, is just seeing because this is our first time doing vinyl, so and it's my first time doing a vinyl in any band I've been in, so it's like uh I'm really excited to just hold it and see it.
Yeah.
And we put like enough work into like the layout and stuff like that. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, that's always super cool to like have that big tangible thing, you know. It really,
Hmm.
I think, you know, I'm old, so like growing up, if you were in a position to put a record out, like, oh, we fucking made it, you know.
Exactly. That's kind of how I feel. Like it just makes it feel like more real.
Yeah. What who did the artwork for the album?
Ooh, good question.
No, his name is Poison Dust. On Instagram, you can find him at Poison Dust __. He did our artwork for Rot as well. We really like his work, so we decided to give him a call again, and yeah, he did a really good job with it. Like right off the hop, we all thought it was incredible. So it kind of fit the vibe with what we felt with the sound of the record. So it was just a
Yeah.
slam dunk. He
Yeah.
did some merch as well for us as well too. So we got new designs for that. So yeah, he's pretty good artist.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
he's based out of Indonesia, so he had the luck of the draw, because there's all these accounts on Instagram that'll like hit us up and be like, hey, do you need art? Do you need t-shirts? Do you need whatever designs? Because they're looking for either commissions or just people to buy like their like pre-made flash pieces and stuff like that. And he kind of he got in at the right time, because we were looking to finally do like the art for Rot. And but like we had a couple options, and his stuff just had this like weird, like gritty, lots of skulls, lots of like weird death imagery and stuff like that, so we were like,
Really
yeah,
stuck it out.
yeah. So it just, and yeah, I liked how he integrated like we had our newest logo like done by somebody else, but I liked how he integrated it within like the first cover, and just you could just tell that he had a good sense of like spatial awareness within like the front cover or whatever. Um, yeah, he's been awesome to work with. Usually we'll just send him either like some demos if we're being really pragmatic, or if we get like a first rough mix back from the studio, we'll send that out, and within a couple days he'll turn something back to us. And so far it's
Normally
been like,
spot
yeah,
on.
that's banging.
Hell yeah. Do you guys
Yeah.
ever give them direction or just say, hey, here's the music, do something quick?
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit,
like a little paragraph or
we'll maybe like especially like from my end, I'll kind of like, little bit of like synesthesia, like I'll try and like see something, or like think about visually how this stuff sounds. Like we've had a couple people already point out that there's kind of like, even though we're playing like sludgy doom music, with these three songs, there's like an element of like kind of a black metal feel to it.
Yeah.
Especially, I think that comes from like Jeff's like pad leads that he's doing a lot on these tracks. Like it's very like tremolo pick, like verbed out, and it makes it feel
atmospheric and all that. Yeah.
like spooky and cold. Like that's why this album cover, in my opinion, works so well. It just matches like this weird, like cold isolation vibe that we
That, and there's like there's
cultivated.
no weed on it, so people
Yeah,
don't associate it with a doom band, right?
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Fucking everything's associated with a doom band anymore. There are probably tens of thousands of doom bands just in Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah, they're crawling out of the sewers.
Dude. That's like holy shit. I love it.
Well, they
Don't
had
get
their
me
porn
wrong.
up turned off, so they gotta come. They gotta do something else, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we got to see what happens because it was just outlawed today.
Oof.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I'm surprised I'm not hearing like fire trucks and shit going off in the background.
Oh, yeah. No,
Up north.
because I'm in the basement. You're not hearing anything.
Yeah. Just air raid sirens. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're
Like,
good. I got an isolated mic. We're good.
there were like 50 people shot today because they didn't because someone didn't go like jerk off.
Too much tension there. Too much tension build up.
You know, I say that in jest, but like literally last night there was a fucking active shooter a couple of blocks from my house.
Oy.
Fuck that.
Like text
Where
my
are
wife.
you? Like Louisville or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife works at the hospital. I texted her. I was like, hey, don't come this way home. Go another way. She said,
Yeah.
why? I'm like, because there's a fucking active shooter. Like videos of him like aiming at cars and shit as they drive by.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Drugs will do bad things to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was
And
fine.
access to both will make it even worse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if people would take, I think, mental health seriously, then we'd be in a much different position with guns.
Yeah.
It's almost
For sure.
always a fucking white guy that goes out and starts shooting people up too. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's
What?
yeah.
That's not what the news tells me is the problem down in the States. What's going on?
Yeah, well, that's the fucking truth. Love the news. Love the news for all its falsehoods and shit. So what do you guys hope happens with the release of Smog?
Hope it
goes
brings more
platinum.
engagement.
Yeah.
For our online and socials and all that, try and get the music out to more people so more people can hear it, enjoy us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I spoke about this earlier. It's our music has kind of gone through a progression. Eric talked about it. So I hope that the people that have been following us, if there are any, also enjoy that progression through to the new stuff. If they've been with us for a while, just to see where we're going, and hopefully they like it as much as we do, and just appreciate it. You know what I mean? It's just appreciate the creation that we make. I mean, it's a big part of our lives, and we want to share it with people, and hopefully it's well received. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, kind of going off of what Jay said, like, hopefully it brings a little more engagement, which turns out to be like, if we go out to a new city we haven't been in before, but people have been listening because of the spread, then we'll get some new people out, and they'll see how much we enjoy, like, just being out there and giving it our all, kind of thing. And then looking forward, it's like, if we keep up this consistency with kind of trying to drop 3 tracks here, 4 tracks there, like maybe every year, or at least every, like, I don't know,
Year and a
like
half
16 months or something like that, then it can just grow organically. And I would love to be in a spot where we got like a little bit of like a, like a cult following, and we can do like some, we, confident like rips through, like, for maybe a week or something, and head down into the States. I would love to start breaking over into the border. It just makes, like, as a Canadian band, there's only so far you can go before you're just going to start cannibalizing the same audience over and over and over again. Or else you're going to blow gas money, like, trying to get across the country. So it's a little bit of work for us to get like visas and stuff and come over, but I think it would be worth it because we get basically more bang for your buck in terms of like turning over shows and stuff, right? Like, if we go down into New York, we got, Buffalo, we can move down into Pennsylvania or like Ohio and rip back up. Like,
Yeah, well, you guys are in a good spot because you have the entire Northeast and most of the Midwest, right? Like,
yeah.
almost right at your fingertips. And I know you're talking about getting a visa, but like, I know a lot of bands who don't get visas. Hey, we're just going to go visit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I got bad luck, so I would rather do it proper and just suffer the initial blow that it causes than get in a bad spot and then never be able to return or something. You know what I mean? Especially if we want to keep this show running for a while.
As a viable thing, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, that is a good point. Like being in Ontario, it is nice, and even moving, like if we go like Ontario to Quebec, then we can move down into like Vermont and stuff. Whereas like we just played with a band called Cell. I think they're from Manitoba, and it's like, dude, like again, like getting down to Hamilton from Manitoba, like that's tough. It's a lot of driving. And I mean they have options too. Like I think they can go up like down into like more so into the Midwest, like Wisconsin and whatnot. But that it's still, yeah. To me, it's like we're in that sweet spot where like the highways are pretty closely connected. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, when you get into, I mean, the Midwest isn't bad. The Northeast is pretty good, but when you get out on like the West Coast, you have all these fucking drives to get to the next city.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. Long ones, man. Yeah.
So are you guys currently planning to do any like weekenders or week-long runs or anything?
I think we should look into it.
Yeah.
It would be fun. Like we got a couple of twofers, if you will. Like next week we got Friday, Saturday. I know we're looking in the fall at another 2 consecutive days. It would be nice to rep through Southern Ontario and then get over into Quebec a little bit. It would be fun. It's just, I don't know. It's tough. Like, but who knows? We might do it. It would be
Well,
awesome if we
because
did.
like the reality of like us needing to accumulate funds to keep this band going is we're all working full time, right? So then you got to bank all your vacation and stuff. So it's like this kind of push and pull of what you can do. And like Barth has his family, and Jeff has a family incoming. So um, it's a lot to manage. But I think that we are kind of all on the same page in terms of like we're not gonna like do the kill yourself touring approach. Um, but I think if we keep our output consistent and we keep trying to engage on that level, um, then we could confidently do like a week run, take those holidays, and like if we go into the States, hit like into upstate New York and down in on the East Coast or something and back. And like our buddies in Lover's Teeth just did all the way out east and back in Canada, and it seems like it went pretty well for them. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think, I think another part of that is like you're saying, let's build the audience and then do it. And historically in the music industry, it's you've got to do it to build the audience, right?
Yeah.
Because you put the shit out on streaming and you do stuff like this, right? The interviews and what have you. But
Yeah.
most bands, what do? They put it out to stream, and it's like, an eyedropper in the ocean.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
And
it's so difficult to break through, man.
And well, especially if you're not out there doing it, right? I think that's where a lot of bands, and I'm not talking bad about you guys. I hope you don't take it this way, take it that way.
Absolutely
But
not.
like a lot of bands, right, where they miss the mark is getting out and playing the shows and being consistent with the shows. And part of that is finding a band that does have a good draw in the places you want to hit and do a little 3 or 4 day run with them, right?
Yeah.
Because you get out there, and I mean, you guys know, you've played music long enough. Fuck, there are going to be some of their fans that like you.
Yeah, the crossover.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
So
yeah, both are definitely important. I just think like with the time we're living in, like with all this connectivity and stuff, like I think there are like creative ways you can go about it, that don't have to be so like for lack of a better term, antiquated or whatever with the approach. Like I think that as long as we do stay consistent, like you said, um, like it'll continue to grow and grow and grow. But we always have to put our best foot forward in terms of effort, right? So
Sure. Make sure to advertise those free handies too.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you gotta put that right up there, right on the marquee. Free hand jobs.
Right?
Well, we're
Yeah.
gonna put it on a shirt and make Jay wear it.
Oh, fuck. Let's change the band name to
Oh
Free
yeah, going
Handies.
back to the cardboard cutout thing, I think we'll do cardboard cutouts and then just put a fleshlight in it, and then you can fuck Jay, pretty much.
Yeah, there we go. Give myself a rest.
Maybe don't make that into a short. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that would be a good one.
Yeah.
We'll try and have that whole like conversation, right?
Yeah,
Free handies, and you get the fuck Jay and the fleshlight. Like what?
yeah.
the-
Yeah.
What
Win-win.
could you ask for?
Probably going to be, we should come through Kentucky with that. Then there'll probably be a lot of dudes just needing to release, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just skip that state. We'll skip that.
We need recording money, Jay. Come on, bro.
All right. For the band. For the band.
For the band.
A
Think about the
dollar a
boys
time.
first.
Like fuck. All these, dude. That's the thing. Go to all the states where they outlawed fucking Pornhub and just put porn videos on the fucking screen
On a
behind
green
you.
screen
Yeah,
in the back.
projected. Yeah.
Well, we'll call it the dopamine tour.
Yeah. Have a bunch of fucking fleshlights and just hand them out.
Yeah, man.
Let them fucking go to town and then move to the next town and they get dirty fleshlights, whatever.
Guys, we
Slightly
need those
greased.
back.
Yeah.
Use like
Come
a
on.
bucket at the front door.
Yeah.
When you're done.
We have a 2-bucket system with soapy water and then clean water, and we are
Just don't mix
reusing
them.
those because they are
Don't mix them
expensive.
up.
Yeah.
Pull up to town number 3 and someone's like, this one's sticky. Like, oh, we're not charging extra for that.
Yeah.
Those are the lucky ones.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's like a mystery candy bag.
It's like the post-COVID with the pens. They're like, oh, take your clean pen and put it in the dirty holder. Like, this one's still
All the
dirty.
rules are out the windows.
That's the fucking truth. Oh shit. So what is everyone listening to right now?
Great
Wow.
mix.
That new
that new
Lao
Lao
album,
album's
Umbilical.
What'd you say?
Oh yeah. That Lao album. Umbilical.
Yeah.
Very good.
AM sports radio.
Yeah, nice. I've been listening to a lot of like electronic music lately, just like bumping beats and stuff, because I've been they cut a bunch of people at my work, so in order to concentrate, I just need like something without words and stuff to put on in the background. So I've been listening to a lot of that. And I've been going back on like a Poison the Well kick for like a month or two.
They were
And
just
then,
here.
Yeah, with Knock Loose,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be sick to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't at that show. So Knock Loose did for their release, they did a Friday, Saturday at Paris Town Hall, which is like 2,000 capacity.
Yeah.
Well, on Thursday night, they announced we've got this venue here called Portal, and it holds like 300 people. So they fucking did like a last minute show at Portal the night on that Thursday. Man, it was fucking nuts.
Oh, that must have been crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was probably packed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was.
Yeah, I just saw them in Toronto at History, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I was like up in the History has like floor and then kind of like a mezzanine, and I was sitting in the mezzanine. dude, what if that's a fun crowd to watch? Just people getting fucking kicked in the head and shit. Like,
dude, I've never
but
been to a show with more broken bones and black eyes than that fucking show.
yeah,
Like we had EMTs there, and them motherfuckers were running around. There were people laying on the floor, ice legs, fucking being taken out on stretchers. It was ridiculous.
Oh, they're earning their money that day, eh?
oh
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
they're in it for the cause. Yeah, they did Poison the Well the one night, and then I think they did. They had Super Heaven. I think the next night. I like Super Heaven a lot. I like a lot of like shoegazy rock stuff as well.
Mm.
It's just kind of like the stuff I'm into. Anything. It's another reason why I dug like the Absorb stuff was like there's this element of like atmosphere that that some like kind of slower bands don't really do. Like it's mostly just like buzzsaw guitars and that's it. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, and I like that too. But like anything where it's like layered reverbs, I just eat that shit like it's breakfast. So
So have you heard of Spotlights?
no.
You should check them out. They're
Okay.
Oh, best way I know to describe them is doom gaze.
Okay.
Okay.
Sold.
It's like sold. Great. They've got really well crafted songs, and they throw in a lot of elements, dude, which you don't expect. But it's got Mario's typically got the vocals way down under, right, the guitars and shit. So you just hear it kind of poking through. It's honestly fucking killer band.
Where are they from?
New York.
Oh, okay, cool.
They actually just got back from Europe. They were out with Mr. Bungle.
Oh, nice.
Real good people. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I just followed them on Spotify. I'll check them out.
Hell yeah. Yeah, their latest album, Alchemy for the Dead, is it's a little bit different than the rest of their stuff. Like not way different, right? Like going from And Justice for All to Load, but just a little different. They threw in some new elements, and I feel like it really captures them and their personalities really well.
Cool. I'll check that out. I'll
Fuck
check
yeah.
that out on the way to band practice tonight.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot.
You forgot you had
I was
band practice?
planning my night in my head, and then you're like band practice. I'm like, oh shit. All right, yeah, okay.
I gotta hang out with these dicks again.
Like, well, that shit's out the fucking window.
Yeah.
David got into an accident and turned off his camera.
He must have, eh? Oh well, good for him.
He's
yeah, I don't
3D
know.
printing Jay right now.
Jay, what are you listening to?
Me? Oh
yeah, man.
Oh, I'm still like the old classics. Like classic rock, all that. Still loving that. Listen to a lot of Steely Dan. Metal wise, Ion Dissonance, huge. Always have them on rotation. Necrophagist. Yeah, just old classics like that.
Just old classics. I just made a fucking old classic playlist today.
So I'm the old guy in the band, so I've been, where the fuck did I go? There I am. I really got off. I'm getting off on the new Better Lovers.
Okay.
Which I mean, Every Time I Die and Dillinger, right? Like it's it's an old hardcore guy's wet dream come true, right? So I'm listening to that a lot.
Yeah, those live shows look like they're fucking insane too.
Oh, they're nuts. Yeah. Well, I mean, I speak from Dillinger, and I've seen them a bunch of times in the past. They're insane. So
I remember seeing Warped Tour in 2010 in Mississauga, Ontario, and I don't know whose idea this was, but they put Every Time I Die right after Dillinger, like just absolute onslaught, man.
Gives no one time to recuperate.
Greg from Dillinger, like one arm scaled like a stack of speakers with a mic stand in the other hand and just fucking bombed it off the stage. Like that's nuts, man.
Dude, yeah, like both of those shows. I took my daughter to see Every Time I Die. They were with Coheed and Cambria and Mastodon.
Nice.
And she was just like, what the fuck is going on?
It's too bad what happened with them because like their last couple albums I thought were really, really fucking good, especially Radical or whatever. I think that was the last one. Like that one is fucking good, man. Really good riffs and shit.
Yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of times outside perspective is you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Sometimes it's money issues, might be personal issues or whatever. And yeah, like I agree, it sucks that they're not playing together anymore, but
Yeah, at least there's more music coming out of the separate routes and whatever. It just it kind of hurts me personally because I have a brother and I've played in a band with him before, and I can't imagine getting into like a serious like life altering fight with my brother. But then again, I haven't spent 20 years on the road with my brother, so everybody
Yeah.
gets on everybody's nerves after a while, right? So
Well, yeah, and it's confined space. You're
yeah,
not. It's not like everyone's in their own car going to a local show.
yeah, you're just constantly like with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe someone's getting free handies from Jay, and the other
Yeah,
one's fucking
or
jealous.
not. Yeah, yeah,
I have to start
yeah,
charging.
exactly.
I think it's the problem.
Or like with
getting
Lamb of
too
God and
much
like
demand.
Willie and Chris, like that was another one where I was like, wow, of all the people that could have left Lamb of God, I wouldn't have expected, Chris Adler to go. But then again, how do you know behind the scenes, right? So
Right. Well, and I think partially, I think the Megadeth thing had something to do with that.
yeah,
But who the fuck am I? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
we can speculate all day.
Speculation.
Yeah. And fuck that. Who wants to speculate and theorize? Like, who gives a shit? Right? Like, as long as there's still good music coming out, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you guys started writing for the next thing already?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
couple tunes lined up.
We got like 5 tracks going right now. We're going to the studio today to dial them in with Bart.
Hell yeah.
Dave, you're on mute still, eh?
He's at work. He might be having to work.
Oh,
right
my
now.
bad. Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally at work right now. Don't tell my boss. I hope he's not watching.
Where do you work? I might know your boss.
I ain't telling that either. But no, yeah,
dude.
we definitely have a couple tracks in the works. I mean, we're always coming up with riffs and ideas, and trying to compose new tracks. It's an ongoing thing. That's why we got like a little studio thing that we have at our rehearsal place. So we're always going in there and just working on it,
Yeah, trying to bash out some demos.
Hey, Dave, I think you should dox yourself, though. Tell these people where you work, where you live, specifically.
I'm leaving.
What's your social insurance number?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just pull out my credit card here and just get it to the world. I
Don't forget the code on the back, or else it's
2
useless
bank
information.
statements.
Yeah, no, you can never forget. Actually, the new credit cards, all the numbers on the back. This new Visa, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fucking hate that.
But yeah, like just keeping it rolling. I think we got like 3 or 4 tracks kind of like percolating. So those will be developed. I think we're kind of clocking December to go back into record if we can, and if we aren't all destitute by then or whatever. So
that's not a good way to look at it. No one's gonna be destitute in December. At least take you till January. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, I'm a pessimist.
Yeah. That's the beauty of being a human, right? Pessimist, optimist, whateverist.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. So Eric, are you working on a common theme for the next thing or not?
I have been writing I've been writing like kind of piecemeal lyrics, just like ideas that I've been having, especially like when I've been walking around like where I live and stuff like that. Just anything that pops in my head, but nothing specific and nothing overarching right now. Just because like I like. Usually when I jam with these guys and we're writing songs, I more so just like ad lib stuff so that I can figure out like
Patterns, eh?
where my word placement might go, and then I kind of write like within those syllables, like once it's all completed or whatever. And
Mm.
once these guys give me notes on if like something's working or something's too busy or if I need to go a little longer on one part or the other or whatever. So so it kind of has to be almost like the songs have to be almost like 95% complete before I even like really bother setting my words like in stone or whatever. But then sometimes like sometimes when we're jamming and in those writing sessions, I'll like while I'm ad-libbing, I'll like say some line and then I'll write that down and then I'll keep that and then maybe I'll write around that too. So yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of take inspiration as it comes. Like I don't want to force anything. I want like I care like very deeply about like saying like saying a message that's like concise and makes sense, and I just like creative writing, so I like to try and do a good job at it.
Well, especially, being a vocalist, you kind of want to, have something that's halfway decent at least, right?
Yeah. Well, there's just a lot of like heavy bands that'll throw in like "fuck you, bitch" or whatever, and it's just like I'd just rather be more creative or something.
Yeah.
Find a way to say the same thing in 5 sentences.
I had a whole album. Yeah. What did it say? It said, "Fuck you, bitch."
Fuck you,
Yeah,
bitch.
Bitch.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
Get stuff like that, yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a country guy. He's been on Rogan before, but he's got this song called "Fuck You, Bitch," and it's like "Fuck you, bitch. You broke my heart." Like it's like all like just
Oh,
ridiculous
yeah.
lyrics, but the production on the songs is like as good as any other country out there. So it's just like you just gotta kind of like laugh at it. It's good.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of like David Allen Coe type shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. God. Outlaw country. That's some fucking wild shit too. So with you guys working on the next thing already and getting ready to release, is there musically is the next thing similar to or kind of different from what Smog is?
Kind of different, I'd say for sure. Songs are gonna be like about half as long, more in your face, a lot of like hardcore influence in it, but still keeping the doom sludge influence as well. We're just trying to expand our roots a little bit, but still say keeping honor with like the same true absorb sound.
Right on.
Yeah,
But
just it's
go
like
ahead.
big, dumb, thick riffs are just what I'm vibing with right now. So
Okay.
Yeah, and I think to what Jeff's saying, I think like we're with the next thing that we put out, um try to do a little bit more contrast between like one song to the other. So like one will be a little more punchy and aggressive, and one will be like very drone heavy and slow and spaced out. So they're like these songs on Smog, they kind of incorporate all of those elements within like the tune itself. But I think we're gonna try and do like things that like we'll try and do like more of like a vignette style approach where it's like a little more concise, but like move it back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Punched in the face for one, taken for a ride on the other.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. That'll be good shit. All right. This has been fun.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
This was a
thanks,
great
man.
Thanks
conversation.
for having us.
Really
No.
appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. I might show up at a show just because I want Jay to give me a handy now.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Like
You're
I said,
VIP.
delicate. I know what I'm doing.
He's got quick
he
fingers, man.
does know what
Quick
he's doing.
fingers.
He knows what he's doing. Giggity, giggity. All
It's,
right.
it's the benefit of having a bass player that plays with his fingers.
Oh,
Right.
fuck. Like, beep.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. Guys, I really look forward to the release of Smog. I think it's going to do really well for you guys. It's fucking what I've heard it all. I really dig it. I like that it's super unique. I can't wait to hear what comes after it. But I will be pre-ordering the fucking vinyl for myself.
Aw,
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
brother.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So I appreciate it. You guys go have yourself a great day, and I'll let you know when this comes out. All right.
Hell
Sounds
yeah,
great,
thanks so
man.
much, buddy.
Cool.
Man, thanks a
Thanks,
lot.
man.
Hell yeah. See
Good
ya.
night, man.